This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
A sophisticated scam in Schuylkill County. Hear what police have to say next. Hello everyone, it's Friday Eve and I'm so happy you're with us at SSPTV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information. My name is Ken Kara and I read the headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Police in St. Clair found 2 credit card skimming devices on 2 gas pumps. These are the devices removed from the gas pumps at the Exxon station at Route 61 and West Russell Street in St. Clair. Police Chief William Dempsey believes the readers were used to illegally obtain credit and debit card information from customers who filled their gas tanks. The thieves made cloned credit cards which were used to withdraw cash in New York City. The chief calls the scam unusually sophisticated, with scammers downloading information from the devices via Bluetooth. Police discovered them after receiving reports of thefts from people's bank accounts. The chief says the gas station had no role in the placement of the skimmers. About 40 victims have come forward so far. Anyone else who finds unauthorized purchases can contact their bank or the St. Clair Police at 570-429-2240. The Schuylkill County Commissioners approved a county-wide ban on open burning, and it takes effect tomorrow. According to Schuylkill County Emergency Management Agency, the county has been experiencing an exceptional number of uncontrolled fires. Draw fallen branches and leaves on the ground can fuel the fires. The ban prohibits any outdoor burning of items such as garbage, leaves, grass, twigs, litter, and paper. Grilling in proper containers is allowed. However, the ban does forbid lighting fires in outdoor burn barrels or fire rings. Violators will be fined, and they will also be responsible for paying for the cost of extinguishing any wildland fire they may cause. The ban remains in effect until noon on May 21st. Pennsylvania State Police Commissioner Tyree Blocker issued a statement regarding yesterday's conviction of Eric Freen. Freen was found guilty on all charges related to the fatal 2014 ambush that killed Corporal Brian Dixon and wounded Trooper Alex Douglas. Commissioner Blocker says, quote, "On behalf of the Pennsylvania State Police, I would like to thank the Pike County District Attorney, members of the jury, and the court for ensuring that a cowardly killer faces justice," unquote. The next step in the case is the penalty phase. Prosecutors and the defense will present evidence that will determine whether Freen is sentenced to death or life in prison without parole. The May 16th primary election is just around the corner, and the Meet the Candidates night will take place tomorrow night in Hazleton. Amilcar Arroyo, publisher of El Mensajero International newspaper, is inviting candidates to take part in the event, which will be held from 6 until 8 p.m. at the Hazleton 1 Community Center. Interested candidates can call 570-574-8514, and the public is encouraged to attend. The Lassant family and everyone at SSPTV would like to extend our sincere congratulations to Dr. Thomas Mead. Dr. Thomas Mead has been named Best Surgeon by the Citizens Voice Reader's Voice Awards for 2017. Dr. Mead was chosen by the readers of the newspaper in the category of Best Surgeon. Dr. Mead is a member of the SSPTV family. He's the host of 2 shows, The Dr. Mead Show and Real Life in the OR, both seen regularly here on SSPTV and anytime at ssptv.com. Congratulations to Dr. Mead on this award. And just one more day until the big ribbon cutting ceremony that will unveil SSPTV's new second location. That's right, in addition to our television studio on East Broad Street in downtown Hazleton, Samsung Productions will now have a second location inside the Laurel Mall. Our newest studio is located in the Dunham's Wing next to the mall administration office, and the official grand opening with local dignitaries is set for this Friday at 4 p.m. Following the ceremony, the girls will be taping a show at 4:30 in our new studio, and you're invited. There will also be a LuLaRoe and Essential Oils party with food by Sand Springs Catering. It's all taking place tomorrow starting at 4 p.m. at the Laurel Mall. We hope to see you there. Earlier this week, SSPTV News featured a two-part interview with John Fletcher, the president of Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton. And starting tonight, you can hear more about the plans for healthcare here in the Hazleton area. John Fletcher, along with Dr. Anthony Valent, will sit down with Sam Lassant to talk about the renovations planned for the hospital in Hazleton and the expansion of services in several locations. Don't miss this in-depth look at the future of healthcare in our area. This brand new Sam Lassant show premieres tonight at 7 p.m. with rebroadcast tomorrow at 9 a.m., 7 p.m., and 9:30 p.m. Check your local listings for additional dates and times, or watch anytime online at ssptv.com. Meanwhile, how would you like to go fishing? The girls are going fishing on a brand new episode at the Francis Slocum State Park. Here's a sneak peek.
You know, we have so many great things in northeastern Pennsylvania, and we're trying to get around and show everybody that if you want to come fishing, there are some things that you need to know first. You can't just go out, get a fishing pole, and just decide to come to the park. So I know that you have some great classes and things here that you do take the people through. So why don't you tell them a little bit about what you offer here?
Sure, we sure can. Well, first of all, fishing is a fantastic activity for your family, to get the kids out. It's just a great way to spend time outdoors and enjoying nature. So of course we are big proponents of getting families out there to take advantage of fishing. We offer what's called a family fishing program. It's a 3 to 4 hour kind of comprehensive program. We go over different components to kind of get people that are new to fishing or don't have a lot of experience, the basics, you know, what you need what equipment you need, where you can go. We include information about fishing license, some skill stuff, you know, how to tie your knots and rig up your equipment. And then of course we do fishing as part of the program. That's also part of it as well. And basically we're trying to help people that aren't familiar with it have the opportunity to get out there and the skills and the knowledge to go out and kind of get started on fishing on their own.
This brand new episode premieres tomorrow night at 9 p.m. on SSPTV. The girls are seen on 4 cable systems in Hazleton, Pottsville, Wilkes-Barre, and Scranton, or anytime at ssptv.com, and also on social media at The Girls SSPTV. Who's ready for some pizza? I am. I know you are. Props are the best. You have a chance to win right now a box of 12 slices of Frankie's Cold Pizza with their signature sauce and cheese blend, baked fresh every day with no preservatives. Call now 570-459-9813. Extension 104, leave your name and number. The winner will be drawn at random, and be sure to watch for the delivery schedule for Frankie's Express. They'll be resuming their cold pizza service door to door soon. Check their Facebook page for details. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/SSPTV News. Click notifications for our updates. Well, ahead on SSPTV News, the Standard Speaker sports editor talks about the newspaper's choice for high school boys and girls basketball players of the year. And right after this break, we take a look back at the history of healthcare in the Hazleton area and check out some cool pictures of the old state hospital on Broad Street in the city.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
We recently had some very good news learning that the current Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton would be renovated and stay in the city of Hazleton, which I'm sure Mayor Jeff Cassat and all of the city is pleased to hear. And with that, we're now talking with Charles McElwee, who is our local historian, a member of the board of directors for the Greater Hazleton Historical Society and Museum. This is good news that is staying, but that has a long history and will continue, I guess, to have a long history in our area.
Yes, very exciting news for downtown Hazleton. The fact that Lehigh Valley has committed to staying in Hazleton and renovating its current structure, which dates to the 1970s. So healthcare in Hazleton really dates back to the 1880s and was a direct response to the mining industry. And as you can imagine, injuries were an inevitable consequence of working in that industry. So the first hospital to form was in 1882 in Drifton. And Hazleton realized it was so isolated during that period. access to healthcare was so limited. If there was a major injury, the only real option was a 5 to 10 hour trip to Philadelphia, and the likelihood of survival was not high. So the city, or at that point the borough of Hazleton, lobbied Harrisburg for a state hospital. State hospitals were blowing up across the state, and Hazleton realized the necessity of having one located right in town. And the legislature ended up approving the establishment of a state hospital in Hazleton in 1891. And that facility, which is a beautiful brick structure located at the site of where Lehigh Valley is now located, it was known as a state hospital up until the early 1980s. So, and during that period, the nursing school was formed and the hospital continued to grow. By the 1960s, they realized that they needed a new facility. And that was a 10-year period of just planning and building. And the new hospital that we see today was completed in 1975. By the 1980s, the state hospital system was drawing to a slow close, and what ended up happening was Hazleton became a community-run hospital. But really, with this latest incarnation, what followed was the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance. But this latest incarnation, Lehigh Valley Hazleton, is just part of a national trend of what we're seeing with hospitals merging really at a heightened pace because of the Affordable Care Act and the need to reach larger consumer healthcare bases.
Well, it's good news for our downtown. We're continuing to see all of these buildings that will continue to have good life. Good news for downtown and all the renovations that are happening, and also the historic district that you're working on as well. So things seem to be going well for Hazleton.
Right, so we continue to have events in the downtown, and we'll actually be leading a historic walking tour of downtown buildings in Hazleton during the first Friday on May 5th. So stay tuned for more details about that, but the point is we're really trying to showcase some of Hazleton's gems and the momentum that is here in terms of revitalization efforts.
All right. Charles McElwee here with us each week right here on SSPTV News.
Always interesting stuff. Thank you, Charles and Lisa. Well, this is it. Powers and Thomas Entertainment Group and the Laurel Mall will present the first ever Laurel Mall Spring Fling Outside Carnival. We have our final family 4-pack of wristbands to give away. That's a $100 value that lets you ride unlimited rides for one day. The carnival runs tomorrow through April 30th on the grounds of the Laurel Mall. Call us 570-459-9813 extension 104. Leave your name and phone number. We're going to pick one more lucky winner.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
The sky looks ominous, and here's why. There's a hazardous weather outlook for our area tonight from the National Weather Service. Showers and thunderstorms tonight could bring us some heavy rain and wind. With the rain, there's the possibility of some streams flooding. Our chance of rain is 80%, and the low will be 54 degrees. Friday, we could see showers and a thunderstorm. It will become mostly sunny with a high of 68. There's a 60% chance of rain. At night, partly cloudy, low of 43 degrees. Saturday, we have partly sunny skies and a high of 54. Saturday night will get down to 40 degrees with a 30% chance of showers after 3 a.m. Sunday, it's up to a 50% chance of showers during the day until 9 p.m. And then at night, we'll have a low of 40 degrees. We'll have a high of 53 during the day. Monday is crazy as we get up to 59 degrees during the day with mostly sunny skies. And then at night, we could see lows in the upper 30s.
Well, did you ever hear about a fake cake for your wedding? I'm told that some brides do that, and we're back here at Celebrations at Sand Springs with Rachel, who is the expert at planning these events and these weddings, and we're going to be talking about cakes and fake cakes, right?
Yeah, fake cakes are definitely a possibility. It's kind of a new thing now. I'm doing a fake cake, and you could do cupcakes in the back, or you could even do sheet cakes in the back, so no one even has to know that it's fake.
All right, so out of these two, I'll show you two cakes, and at home you could kind of guess which one you think is the fake cake, right? Is it the pink one or it is the blue one? I don't know. They look the same to me, so you can tell us which one is the fake cake, because I already know which one is the fake cake.
Actually, the blue one here is the fake cake. Right. So this is a blue fondant cake with sugar flowers on top. So Yeah, so this was actually our our event coordinator Tracy's cake for her wedding. So she had a fake cake, and you can pretty much do anything. So
why a fake cake? Is this so that you can do different designs on the cake, or?
usually people like to do a fake cake for the sole fact that people don't like to eat fondant icing a lot, but they still want the opportunity to feed their guests a really nice, scrumptious cake, and buttercream icing is more so everyone's route to take. So a lot of people will actually do a fake cake, and then they'll have their real tier on the top, be a real flavor for them to actually cut. And then in the back, we'll have a sheet cake that's buttercream.
Or like you said, if they want to do something other than having cake, some people like to do the cupcakes.
Yeah, you could definitely do cupcakes, and we do rent out, cookies. We can rent out a cupcake stand, and you could do a small top tier for you and the bride and the groom to cut, and they can take that home and put it in their freezer for their anniversary.
Such neat options now for these brides. Now this is the real cake. Correct. Okay, and you actually have a pastry chef right here. So anything that you need when you come in to book your wedding, you could actually you can actually talk about getting your cake done too.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually what's behind you is we do rent out cake stands too. So we offer silver or gold that you can rent out for your cake if you just want to give it that little bit of elevation that it needs. So it's nice. It's a little extra option that you can add to your cake that maybe not a lot of people think about.
I love it. So fake cake. I learned something new right here at Celebrations at Sand Springs. We'll see you next week right here on SSPTV News.
Remember, we're giving away real pizza here on SSP TV News tonight. Call us. You can be entered to win. These are your midday winning lottery numbers. When we come back, it's Dave Day. We're going to discuss local basketball, local softball, and we'll talk about what we're looking forward to in this weekend's blue-white game for Penn State football.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
Let's hit the ground running on this Dave Day because there's a lot to get to, but let's welcome Dave Seaman, the sports editor at the Standard Speaker. And Dave, you just named, this past weekend, the Standard Speaker All-Area Basketball Team was released. I think it was in Sunday's newspaper. Some great articles accompanying the announcement of the teams. And co-players of the year for the boys, Jeff Planutis and Josh Samick. I read in the article, Dave Planutis seemed to lead the team in some categories, Samick in the rest. And you mentioned about how clutch Samick was during the season and out in Delaware against Mount Pleasant. I remember that memorable shot he had there for the Cougars to sink that nationally ranked team. You covered the Cougars this season. You were involved in the decision. So talk about picking co-players of the year for boys basketball.
Well, some might say it's a way to get away with not picking one over the other. But if you broke down their statistics, like you said, they were just so even in different categories. They both took their turns leading the team in scoring in different games this season. Josh was a leading rebounder for the team. Jeff was a top steal in tops and steals. Both had their moments in the clutch. I think about in the Crestwood game, you bring that game up. The second game at Hazleton, Jeff made a big steal and dunk that got the crowd energized and got the game in a tie after the Cougars were losing in the fourth quarter. Then late in that game, Crestwood's trying to throw up the possible game-winning three-pointer, and Josh was there to block the shot. So, as with the Cougars, it was a total team effort all season.
And Dave, your women's player of the year, girls player of the year, Avery Jordan from North Schuylkill. I did a feature story on her this past winter sports season. Dave, talk about a tough physical player. I watched her all game long, was very impressed. She averaged over 22 points per game. And for as physical and aggressive as she was during the game, she was one of my favorite interviews so far this year, Dave. So nice afterwards, so congratulations to her. Let's get into some local softball talk. Things going very well at the Hazleton Area High School and for the Tamaqua Lady Raiders, both teams undefeated. And Dave, a few weeks ago we mentioned maybe being on the road so much helped the Lady Raiders. I asked one of their players about that. She said it stunk being on the road. They felt very rushed around. Well, they're 11-0 and they are rushing around the bases. They are aggressive and smart base runners. They remind me of the Lady Cougars, Dave, on defense. They make few, if any, mistakes during the games. And they have an outstanding young pitcher in Jada Shellhammer who has some nasty stuff, and she can mix things up, and she mixes things up very well. Great pitch selection. Her coach, Dave, Jillian Barron, told me she's been playing with catcher Brooke Zellner for years now, and those two seem to work very well together in the game I covered against North Schuylkill. So things going very good in the Schuylkill League for Tamaqua right now. You've been covering the Lady Cougars, and same thing for them. And Dave, we both covered Hope Kinney recently. Both did feature stories talking about the work she does at the Hazleton Area High School, helping out the special needs students. That's what she wants to do. And you were floored. You said Hope is just one of those people. Her coach, Heather Nat, told me basically the same thing you did too, that she's just a truly, genuinely nice person. And you love telling stories like that.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, they're an inspiration for the rest, not only the student body, but the community at large. I mean, a lot of times we downgrade kids today. You hear the saying, kids today. But when you get student athletes like Hope Kinney who are willing to give their time and always wear a smile on her face too. That's one thing about Hope. And it's genuine too. There's no phoniness about it, and she's going to do well for herself. And like I've told people too, it's not about what she does on the softball field, which is fantastic, or in the classroom, again, fantastic. But being around people and just picking up if it's one person you're picking up in a day, picking up their spirits, I think it's a rewarding day for Hope, not only for Hope, but for the whole community at large.
You can check out Dave's article at standardspeaker.com, and we'll have our Hope Kinney story actually on the season finale of Out of Left Field coming soon here on SSPTV. Dave, let's close up. It's the blue-white game this weekend. Let me tell you what I'm looking forward to, and then you jump into what you're looking forward to this weekend. I want to see some Tommy Stevens. He's been impressive, I think, when he's been in there. Maybe not so much throwing the ball, but I mean, he's had some tough runs for the Nittany Lions. I'm looking forward to seeing some extended Tommy Stevens action. Mike Gesicki, I think he'll have one big catch in this game. He always seems to anyway. I think he'll do one amazing thing. And then James Franklin, I kind of like to watch him just during the game for either he's going to do something crazy or funny. I always keep my eye on Coach James Franklin because there's always something to see.
There's no doubt about it. I think for the fans, it's a fun weekend too. But I think the players are trying to prove themselves in position battles. There's a lot of position battles. I'm looking for the battle on defensive end. The Lions lost Evan Schwam and they lost Garrett Sickles from last year. There are two mainstays from that team last year. So there's going to be a battle to replace them. They got some youngsters that are going to be stepping in. I hear a lot about Shane Simmons, the redshirt freshman, Shaka Tony, another redshirt freshman who's been there. Curtis Cawthorn has been there on the defensive line too. In that interior defensive line, there's going to be some battles. Another position battle taking shape is for the third outside linebacker position.
And next week we'll wrap up the blue-white game. Thank you for watching. This week we'll have more from Dave next week.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First night, the Majestic Players will be presenting And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, Friday, April 28th and Saturday, April 29th at 7 p.m. The show will be held at the Majestic Theater, 209 North Center Street in Pottsville. Tickets are $15 and will be available at the door. For more information, please call 570-628-4647. And one more quick announcement, the second annual Gala fundraiser to benefit the J.W. Cooper Community Center redevelopment effort will be held May 13th from 5 to 10 p.m. in the Grand Ballroom of the Ramada Hotel in downtown Pottsville. The cost to attend is $50, which includes dinner, entertainment, and drinks with several guest speakers and entertainers. For more information, please call 570-617-8920. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Michael J. McHugh, Sr. of Whitehaven. Funeral is Monday at 10 a.m. in the St. Patrick's Roman Catholic Church. The Harmon Funeral Home is assisting the family with the arrangements. Claudia Mope, formerly of Hazleton. Mass is Saturday at 11 a.m. in the Most Precious Blood Church. The Cropton Hughes Funeral Home is assisting the family with the arrangements. Eileen Marie Eckroad of Hazleton. Mass is Saturday at 10 a.m. in the Holy Rosary Roman Catholic Church. Friends may call Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. The Cropton Hughes Funeral Home is assisting the family with the arrangements. William L. Heckroad of Hazel Township. No viewing or services are planned. The Cropton Hughes Funeral Home assisted the family with the arrangements. James C. Massel IV of Monmouth County, New Jersey. Mass is Monday at 10 a.m. in the Nativity of Our Lord Church. Friends may call Sunday from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Decker Funeral Home. And George Jack Fetchko of West Hazleton. Arrangements are under the direction of the Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home.
We'll wrap up the week tomorrow. Good luck in all our contests. We'll see you then. Take it easy, everyone.